Hello and welcome back to Yorkshire Railway, and welcome back to a video that wasn't planned. So yeah, many of you who are probably recent to the channel or long-time viewers will know that I've had a particular problem with Hornby's Black Prince. So much so, this is the third one. So this has been sent back, I believe, from the message that Hornby have sent. Actually, this is technically still the same as the second locomotive, but it has been fixed. But I haven't actually had it out of the box to have a look for myself. But what they reckon the problem was is that the gear linkage wasn't aligning right. Whether that's true, not really from what I've seen from the performance, but could be the reason that it was knocking the axles off a little bit and stopping the gears inside working. But yeah, it was a bit of a frustrating time, definitely, because I had to send it back the first time because it kept slowing down dramatically. Then obviously it kept locking up, so hopefully I now have a working Black 5. But yeah, I'm not going to bore you as such with the normal unboxing, but certainly let's have a look and see if it is the same model, because I'll be interested to know if it is. Not that really I've got much way of telling. It came back in the same box I actually sent it in, but we'll see if there's any noticeable work that's been done to it. So I've got detail bag still unopened. Let's have a look. I should have marked it really. That probably would have made a definite tell. So yeah, looking at the gear linkage, definitely looks still as dramatic as it was. I'll be honest, I can't really tell if this is the same loco or not. Very, very hard to tell, but I don't know, in some ways it seems heavier than I remembered. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad, but yeah, it definitely seems heavier. So yeah, I mean, on the outside, I can't really tell. And I don't really know why I thought I'd be able to. But yeah, it's certainly looks the part still. I never had a problem really with the appearance of the 9F. I thought it looked pretty spectacular. But certainly performance-wise, it was let down. So I think the best thing for me to do is to get this on the rolling road, and we'll have a quick test really, see if the gears, well, the wheels lock up again, because that's what was happening last time. And that was usually about after 5 minutes. So yeah, we'll get it on the rolling road and we'll have a look at the performance. Okay, so we're down onto the rolling road, and let's just up the juice a little bit. Obviously ignoring the buzz from the hideous Hornby controller. Well, I'd say one thing to note, I don't know if it's just me, but that seems to be running faster. This is only on 40%. So it seems to be running a lot better. Let's see how low I can go. Let's crawl. I mean, as I say, ignore that hideous buzz, because this is the Hornby controller, which is absolutely goddamn awful. And that's still rotating. Very, very loud, but that is still moving, and that is at about 20% on the controller. That's incredible, really. And that's at 50% now. So yeah, if anything, it seems a lot faster. I don't think it actually needs to be running at that kind of speed, but yeah, So certainly in terms of performance, I would say it's definitely gained some performance. Whether that is down to the gear linkage or anything, but to me that doesn't even seem like the same motor that's in there. I'm honestly wondering if this is the same chassis and whether I've just had a new, like my old body put back on top of a new chassis. But yeah, so far I am very, very happy with this. I think that's running absolutely perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give it treat it a bit like a new locomotive as such. I'm going to give it a run-in for 30 minutes in both directions. Treat it like a new loco. I'm going to leave it on the rolling road, and should anything happen, I will let you know. But so far so good. I mean, we've been running now for, well, probably about a solid minute of just this kind of speed, and yeah, it's not locked up or anything like that. That's going to be the main test if it suddenly just jams up, but yeah, so far I think in all aspects the performance is a lot better. So yeah, very, very, very happy with that. Yeah, so yeah, I'll come back in a bit and hopefully we can get a nice running session with it hooked up to some coaches, because it's been a while since we've had a steam loco rolling around the track. So yeah, it'll be quite nice. Okay, so it has been running now for an hour. I'll just reduce the power a little bit so you could probably hear me a bit better. But yeah, as I say, it's been running now for an hour and I have had zero problems. You know, honestly, I cannot fault this model at all. It's running perfectly. It's a very smooth runner as well. I say it is a little bit quick, but I don't necessarily find that too much of an issue compared with how the first one was. So it just sort of jump a bit into life, but that is down to the controller, I would presume, because it's not the best. But yeah, honestly, I cannot fault the performance of this. As you can see, it's still turning its wheels. That's at 20% speed, and it's slowly cogging around. So really, really nice, smooth crawl. If anything, I'd say it's marginally better than the first time round I tried that. So yeah, absolutely breathtaking. Yeah, honestly, I cannot fault this model whatsoever. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get it hooked up to some coaches and we'll let it have a little run around the actual track. Okay, so I've got Black Prince hooked up to just a small rake of 3 coaches, but it's the only ones I've got with NIM pockets, and they are quite free rolling. They're actually from the Aberdonian train pack. So yeah, let's see how the loco manages it with those. Okay, so here we go. We've gone round lap 1. So this is at 50% speed, so it is a little bit quick. You'll notice it will speed up into this corner just because it does go downhill. Nature of the shed, unfortunately, but more on that later as a fix. There we go, navigating the curve points faultlessly. Now, interestingly, the points sort of just coming into the station area, I'll point them out as we go back round, but in the previous, well actually the first one I had, should I say, so it slowed down on this corner here, which there is a little bit I've noticed still, but it might be to do with that curve more than anything, and this point here it's significantly slowed down on, as well as this curve here and this one here is what it was originally slowing down on, and as you can see it's just not phased anymore. It's honestly an absolutely won't say perfect runner, but it's near perfect. As I say, there is a little bit, if you notice there, it does tend to slow down, but I don't know if that's just that section of track, or whether it's the 9F. So I have noticed, not with the locomotives, but certainly with this one, it does just seem to just slow down a little bit. And I'm wondering if it's a little bit to do with a connectivity issue more than anything. I don't really know how that's possible, but yeah. You can see it there again. It's not noticeable, it's literally for like a momentary second. But the second radius loop does the exact same in the same place. So yeah, I'm not too sure on that one. But yeah, I can't really fault this model too much now. All I can say is a massive thanks to the people at Hornby and the Hornby technicians that have obviously taken a look at this and worked on it. Yeah, massive thank you for getting this sorted. I'd say as a constructive criticism, I had no word of this. No word on the model arriving, no word that it was being seen to. I just got an email one day, and I got an email yesterday saying that I had a package arriving from DPD. That was it. And I'll be honest, I couldn't remember what I'd ordered. I couldn't remember what it was. It turns out it was nothing that I'd ordered. It turns out it was coming from Hornby. I found that out afterwards. So yeah, a little bit light on the communication, but nevertheless, I'd say quite a speedy process as things go. When did I send this back? I feel like it was February, because it was around the time that I got the Cabalix Class 60. So yeah, that would have been about end of February, I think. So yeah, it went back shortly after. So we look at beginning of March, and we're now sort of, well, I passed this mid-May. We're still really in the beginning, but we're getting on to it's mid-May next week, so not too bad really. 2 months, realistically 2.5 months to look at this and send it back. I think that's a pretty quick turnaround. So yeah, honestly, cannot complain really with this. And it's been, as you see, it's been running around here now. I need to keep count of the laps, but yeah, we must have gone around close to 10 times now. It's not derailed, it's not really slowed down at all. It's a miles better performer. So yeah, I'm very, 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 very happy with this model. Very happy to have it back in my collection. As some of you may know, the Black Prince holds definitely a special place in my heart, having come from the North Norfolk Railway and the Poppy Line. It's a place that I spend most of my summers. Definitely try and get at least one visit in a year. So yeah, it's a very, very special loco to have in the collection. So yeah, I'm glad it's finally working, and definitely will look place once I start getting some scenery on the layout. I mean, I have an update on the layout, but I'm not ready to share it just yet. I've got a few more I's to dot and T's to cross, I think is the saying. So yeah, until those are sorted, I can't really comment on the progress as such, but it's coming. Yeah, I suspect I'll probably do a video in the next month or two on the layout itself. But yeah, I mean, up until then, we've got a few locos to enjoy. So obviously, yeah, we've got the Black Prince today, and hopefully at some point towards the end of this month, I believe, is when the Acura Scale Class 50 is on its way, which I have got one on pre-order. So yeah, stay tuned for that. As well as, if you haven't already, I have got an update on the Cavalix Class 60. That video is the one before this, I believe. So yeah, if you haven't checked that out already, go and check that out, because it's got a lot of information I think worth knowing, especially if you're a bit more of a novice like myself. But yeah, 2025 is definitely looking upwards in terms of model trains. I've gone from having 2 models with not the best of starts, and now I've got them back and they are running absolutely fantastic. So yeah, really, really great stuff. Anyway, I think what I'll do now is, because I'm getting into another ramble, I will skip ahead and we will go to the updated ratings for this model. Okay, so here are the updated ratings for Hornby's 9F Black Prince. And we'll start off with the performance, because this has been the major bugbearer with the whole model itself, really. And starting off, it's gone from, I think, what was it, originally 3 stars, I think it was, or 2.5. And then it went, yeah, I think it was 2.5, then it went up to 3. But I'm now happy to award it 4.5 stars. I honestly cannot find anything wrong with this model now I've got it back. It is a solid performer. It seems a lot faster as well. As you probably saw in the footage of it running round, 50% on the controller is actually quite a quick speed. So I don't think this model is going to have any problems hauling those heavy, realistic freight trains that it should do. Or if you're going a bit more like myself, being a heritage line locomotive, certainly a nice little passenger train is going to have no issue shifting those coaches. So yeah, 4.5 stars is definitely well deserved. The reason why I feel it's not quite 5 stars is mainly just down to, and I know it's kind of nitpicking me saying this, but it now seems a little bit, it's gone too far the other way. It seems a little bit too quick. And I don't know if that is me being too nitpicky, but certainly, call me out in the comments down below if you think that is true. But yeah, I just feel that it's not quite 5-star worthy compared to like how other models perform that I have in my collection. So yeah, come for me if you think I'm wrong on that. Detail wise and livery options have remained the same. 4.8 stars. Again, this was down to the fact that you can see visible glue in the window glazing. It's not a major turn off for me with this model. It's barely noticeable, but it was pointed out to me, and the fact I've seen it, because I didn't actually notice it at first, but somebody pointed it out to me in the comments down below, and since then it is very noticeable. And I will say it's the only bit of glue you can see. I haven't seen any on any of the other parts of the loco, which, considering the wealth of separately fitted pipework that is on this, I find that quite impressive. But yeah, that's why I've just knocked it down from 5 stars by a smidge. Again, obviously with the livery options, the separately fitted pipework is all painted in a different colour, which is really nice. We have got etched metal nameplates for the Black Prince as well, so that's great, as well as painted cab crew members, so that is great, and a painted cab as well. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. I think Hornby have really gone above and beyond with the decoration of this locomotive. It's certainly the painted cab figures. I think that is one thing, they don't really cost a lot to manufacture. And I think that is one thing that they should start doing with all their future releases. I was a little bit disappointed with the Hush Hush that I've got, the steam generator, that didn't come with any painted crew. I thought that is one thing that might be included with that, but unfortunately it didn't come with them. Quality-wise, I've remained the same. And my reasoning for this is because this is the 3rd model that I've got. Obviously, the first one I had to send back for a replacement. The second one, they'd run out of replacement locomotives to send it, so I had to send it to Hornby directly. Granted, obviously they have managed to fix the issue and now have a lovely working model. But again, to say that I bought this brand new, I shouldn't really be having to do any of that. And I'm aware these things happen, but it does seem like I'm a little bit cursed this year with faulty products. So yeah, I do find it a tad annoying. Certainly, it has been a bit of a quick process. I didn't really think, considering other people in the comments down below were saying, I've sent it back to Hornby and haven't got my model back for 6 months. Yeah, I was a little bit worried on that part. I thought, oh God, I'm not going to get my model back till like sort of September time. I was like, oh God. But no, 2 months turnaround and it's back in my hands and working perfectly. So yeah, I can't really thank the technical team down at Hornby enough for such a quick turnaround. So yeah, props to them down there. And again, yeah, value-wise hasn't changed the result either. I think the price that I paid for this, which was £142.50, something around that. I have got the invoice somewhere, but it's not to hand. But it was 142 something. But yeah, £142 I don't think is too bad a price to pay for this model. I do, however, think that the £250 mark is extortionate. I think if it was close to the £200 mark, I'd say, for a brand new model when it first came out, absolutely. You know, we're in this day and age now where £200 is realistic for a DC model. You know, you're looking at least sort of the 250 mark, really. I would expect sound fitted. And yeah, because this doesn't have sound fitted, I can't really give it 5 stars for that price because 250 is just ludicrous. Granted, yes, it does have the flickering firebox, does have all the you know, lovely separately fitted parts. It is a brand new tooling, so yeah, obviously they've got to make the price back on that. I absolutely get that, but with the price of the HM7000, and especially considering that they've recently just done a sale where they discounted them by 50%. I don't think that sorry, I don't think, I do think they could have easily put a HM7000 in this, charged the 250 for it, no issues whatsoever. But I do understand that they have got to pay for the tooling. But again, obviously, considering that I got this for over half price, over half price, just under half price. Sorry, it's been a long day. Yeah, just under half price, at £142. I think that they've obviously they're still making profit on that. Granted, not a lot, but they've still got to be making something on it. So yeah, I think there is a wiggle room in there. I reckon if they brought 2 versions out, 200 or 190 for the DC version, 250 for the sound fitted, or 260, whichever you want to go. I think I would have gone for the sound fitted version, 100%. But again, it's just my opinion. Others may vary on that, and I certainly do obviously get that they have to pay for the tooling somehow. But it's just one of those things. But yeah, I don't think it's quite worth the full asking price. That being said, I have sent my HM7000 back after talking to a few of you lovely folks on the good old YouTube. And yeah, it turns out it is faulty. I can't change the address on it, so it's gone back to Rails. They've sent me an email today saying that, yep, they've tested it. They've seen that it actually does what I've said it does. You can't change the address whatsoever on it. It just keeps on defaulting to 3. So they've got me a new one ready. So I was actually going to put that back in the 91, but I'm thinking when it comes back, because this is the 21 pin inside the Black Prince, I'm actually going to pop it in here, I think, and get a more updated one for the Class 91, because I wasn't too happy with the speaker sounds for the 91. So yeah, I'm hoping that it does a lot better in the tender of the Black Prince. So yeah, that should be a fun video coming up when I receive that back. But that gives us an overall rating of 4.12 stars, which I think is a just deserve for this logo. Considering where it's come from, it's gone up leaps and bounds, and yeah, I'm more than happy with this logo now. The only sort of niggle that I've had in terms of performance is just the front bogey. Yeah, one thing I have found through running it, if it's going a little bit too quick, it does tend to bounce a little bit. Obviously my track hasn't got cork all the way under, so it does have that sort of lift, but I have noticed that it is quite springy and sometimes can just bounce it off the track a little bit. But other than that, again, I can't really degrade that from the ratings, because that is more down to my track work, which granted isn't the best at the moment. But yeah, I don't think 4.12 stars is bad at all. Can I recommend this loco? Certainly, of course I can. It's, you know, a good performer. Would I say, or would I let the negative outcomes of what has happened with this loco swayed me from recommending it to anybody? No. At the end of the day, I just got bad luck. It's a shame that is the case, and I understand, you know, some people think, oh, it's a faulty model, you shouldn't be making a YouTube video about that. And I can certainly get people's opinions on that. However, the reason I sort of put it out there is mainly just down to the fact of, I think it's important to make people aware that not every model is perfect. I will say that it's faulty if it is, and I'm not one of these people, oh, it's faulty, there we go. This is the third video for this model, so I will keep on updating as and when I get the models back, give them a fair judgment day. You know, if it was terrible, I'd say it's terrible, but it's not. It's absolutely fantastic, and I'm really, really happy to have it back in the collection. Certainly, as I keep on saying, this loco in particular does have a little bit of a special place in my heart. So yeah, it's absolutely fantastic that I can now have it in my collection, and it is working very, very well. So yeah, I'm really, really happy to have that back. But let me know in the comments down below, do you think I have been fair with this model? Do you think that it is working well in comparison to yours at home? I know a lot of people in the comments before have said, oh yeah, that model doesn't work anywhere near as good as mine. Mine is absolutely perfect. So yeah, do you think this model is now working to a similarity to yours at home? That would be great to know. And do you have a Black Prince, or what 9F have you got from Hornby? Or if in case, do you have one of the Bachmann ones? And is there a reason you prefer the Bachmann over the Hornby? That would be great to know as well. But anyway, that is me, everything from me today. So I hope you've enjoyed this third review of Hornby's Black Prince, and I hope you can appreciate I will always give everything a fair review. And if you have enjoyed it, as I say, don't forget to drop a comment down below. Hit the thumbs up button if you have enjoyed the video, as well as obviously if you haven't, hit the thumbs down. But if you do that, at least let me know in the comments down below why you don't like it, because I can't improve the videos if I don't know what's wrong. So yeah, always happy for some feedback. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, and you will be massively helping the channel out to grow and find lovely like-minded people such as yourselves watching. So yeah, if you haven't hit that, hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.